What's going on, everybody? LK here, back at it again for Beastcoast, and today I'm with my teammate ApologyMan, and we're going to do a shared style, more interactive style of breakdown for the last character of Dragon Ball FighterZ Season 3, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
So I think with like Gogeta, like after playing him a fair amount, like with Jonathan, like we realized like right away, like okay, his full screen presence obviously like doesn't exist. He doesn't have like a full screen key blast. Not really like even like his lariat doesn't really go full screen. Like the axe kick goes pretty far, but you know it's like an air move. Like it has like flaws. It's his full screen options just like aren't there. But like because of that, like I felt like he was like a point character that like needed a like full screen assist, like a beam type assist. So I felt like, you know, like I've been playing TN a lot lately, and I felt like it fixed like a lot of those like issues when I'm like, okay, this, you know, I'm fighting Android 21 or Broly, like just like really the common like strong top tiers in this game. I felt like I needed that like full screen beam assist. It felt like Piccolo in a lot of ways, because Piccolo also doesn't have like full screen options, like his orb, you know, like it'll get there slowly, but like it's mostly just like a mid-range normal character. So I felt that a lot with them. But the cool thing I also realized with them is like the more I played him lately is like even when like I use the assist, he has like good ways of like stalling with his super jump, like double jump air dash back, like to get his assist back too. I thought that was like pretty nice. And it kind of fixed like it helped with like the main flaw of his neutral, which was the full screen. But you know, when he gets near you, like in this range, like it's actually pretty scary. Like he can, you know, this is like -7, like is like a really good block string you can do off of his like his god normal, which is 5M. So yeah, it's just really like the question with him is like his reward like is high, his mid range is absurdly good. Like this move is super fast. It like tracks like upwards like this, like this is all really good. But like it's the matter of like getting to that range, and I think that is very assist dependent, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I'm mostly in line with you. Thought that full screen was pretty difficult. Like you have to get to mid range somehow. With him, when you do get there, he's strong in a bunch of different ways. Good normals, tracking key blasts, things like that. I think as far as moves that are really important for him, there's a couple of things that stand out to me. So one is actually the axe kick, the EX axe kick. Just because it travels really far and it's plus. And another thing is when you want to exit a scramble, like when you want to move away from somebody, it makes him like immediately shift his momentum back forward, which is actually pretty tricky for people who are chasing you.
Yeah.
Another one is all the lariats, but especially the EX lariat, because specifically since he doesn't have good long range, people are going to try to zone you with projectiles and use their assists and things like that. So if you're able to get to that spot, it's around like 2/3 of the screen away, but you could do a dashing EX lariat, and the return is out of control. Even like my baby
the
combo,
damage is
like
so high.
Dash jab into like buttons does like almost 40%. So
yeah,
that
the reward
is super important.
Yeah, you get this like that's like a huge. This is like huge damage. Oh god, I'm dropping it. Yeah, the damage you get off of like EX moves, like most EX move stars in this game are just so high. But yeah, you get like 5,000.
Combo. I didn't know that combo. Thank you.
Yeah. Super good. But it works off the ground lariat. Yeah.
Then I would also add his 5S and JS. So as a side note, I found Gogeta mirrors to be extremely annoying because I have this like quirk about me where like if I feel like someone is moving poorly, I want to punish them, but it's harder to do in Dragon Ball. So I would like pull up on somebody and it would use a JS, and I was like, I got impatient, like I should have waited. It's a really good move to use, especially because his stalling is really good compared to other characters. So if someone is approaching you, you can use it to kind of protect yourself, and they have to use a Key Blast invincible move. Most characters don't have air versus air, key blast, invincible special moves like that, they usually only have super dash as an option. So it's the situation is pretty in his favor if they're like trying to bum rush you.
Okay.
So one thing I've seen about playing him that I think is really important is that he's a pretty simple character. So when I was looking at him as a character, just breaking down his moves and stuff and taking notes on him, I was like, oh, he's really simple and I could just play him. He's not like Baby where like you have to like learn all this extra stuff before you play him. He has all the standard Dragon Ball things, but there are a few important points I've been noticing while I have been playing him. So one is that his DP is not that great because it's really, really small. You have to be really, really careful when using that move.
Yeah.
It doesn't advance at all. It does hit behind, which is really nice. And it's a down, so you could use it against cross-ups in spots where you don't know whether or not they'll hit in the front or in the back. But as a straight-up reversal, it's kind of difficult to use because they don't advance. Most Dragon Ball DPs, the character like jumps forward at you with their invincibility. He just kind of literally flexes on you. So it's a little easy for the opponent to bait, which I found to be a pretty big deal. Another thing about him is that he is really slippery too, because when you block things air versus air, like super dash, air versus air, your character gets an air option back, right? But he has an extra one because he has jump and air dash. So he ends up being way more slippery in situations like that.
I agree. I think it kind of adds to like what I was saying earlier, right? Like when you're getting like your assist back and you're just doing the regular Dragon Ball float type thing, if they try to, you know, do the very common option of just trying to super dash at someone that's super jumping, your air actions, like you get them all back, right? So he just has even more, and air backdash just has like really shifts your hurt box back in like a really good way, and the speed that it gives you is just really good. The post like block super dash RPS is like very good for him in general, and like if you're like even if they like start doing like a riskier option after like air dash jump light, like he has a lot of good stuff for that. So him just getting all his air actions back when you try to go and stop him from floating around is really good for sure.
So technically, he has 3 air dashes.
Yeah.
Expand your brain.
Yeah.
Expand your brain.
Okay. I see.
He could air dash after
What you
air
put
lariat.
down.
Right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, he can air dash after air lariat. So he has. I mean, you could get like Mimi and say he has like 4 because he could do a bunch, but like.
Yeah,
the nice thing is like
and you layer it again.
lariat and then move. He's super liberal. Once you get above them, he is crazy good at like just varying his movement above them. Because you can stay up there with the lariat. You could do JS. You could super dash. You have an extra air dash even if you float. He just has so many ways of moving around.
Yeah, and the cool thing with this air lariat is that it has no like landing recovery, which is really cool. So you just it's lariat time, right?
Third air dash. He has 3 air dashes. Okay, I think do you have anything like that you want to add?
Like a more nuanced point, I guess, right?
Yeah,
So I think like a big thing is a lot of people have been talking about like his level up system, and like overall, like I think there are gonna be situations for sure where like the level up will come into play, but the biggest problem with it is that like when you spend his levels, like you see right here, right? Like I'm at level 5 or whatever. You do any super, like it's gonna spend it all, right? So like going for the level 7 is like not. It's a little bit difficult. I think the times it'll be the best is if you have like a combo that like builds you a bunch of levels in it. That could be pretty realistic, I think. There's like better combos being found out that like use that, but in neutral, like just doing this, like using your assists, like if you can get a couple like here and there, you can use them in block strings even too. It's just I overall don't think it's worth it. I think you're better off like pressuring your opponent normally, but that's just how I feel right now. I know everyone's really excited to do like level 7 into like their entire health bar, right? But I think in high level matches, like it's. I'm not saying it won't happen at all. Like it for sure will probably happen, but like it's not gonna be like the main strategy in my opinion.
Yeah. So, actually, I feel like this is a good segue to building teams with him, because that thing you said actually, I think that's a thing that makes it so you can play some not necessarily meta type of teams with
Yeah,
him
some fun stuff. Yeah, that's cool.
not even some fun stuff, like some actual effective, like because like full screen control is a really big thing in this game, right? He doesn't have a big full screen presence, but he has a thing that like he has a way to instantly kill your character, right? So you can't just run away from him forever. And like when you notice people camping too much, where another character you'd have to either let's say you're not playing you're playing a team that doesn't have like beams and stuff like that. You'd have to like maneuver yourself to a spot to like bring your opponent down, which can be pretty hard in this game. Where him, you could just level up and be like, are you really going to keep on doing this? Because if you keep doing it, then I'm going to hit you. I'm going to kill you off like super random hits without using Sparking. So I think it lets him bring back some type of older builds that people don't use so much anymore, like DP blocks, like DP Yamcha, for example. Like you'd be able to use with him. People don't use that so much anymore because of neutral control issues, right? But he has a thing where he can just literally, if the other person's gonna run away, he could just stand and do that. So they have to come at you.
Yeah. I totally agree. Like I feel like that when they made him, right, they're like, okay, it doesn't have full screen options, but like we gotta convince them to like come at him in some way, right? And then maybe that like kind of led to the level up system. Like obviously you see someone do it like leveling up full screen, you're gonna stop floating and air dashing back and running away the whole time. You're like, oh, I should probably not let him do that and like throw a key blast or something and do something else. And once you've made them choose another option, like that's basically what you wanted, right? So
yeah, you want to be in the middle of the screen. So like once you can get them to actually stop running away from you by just even like a level up without using assist is like so valuable actually. Like I was noticing in my games yesterday that sometimes people just just super jump, double jump, float, and I'm playing Roshi Broly, and so like once in a while I'd see them double jump and I would just taunt one time. They would super dash like almost immediately.
Yeah.
And I didn't spend my assists, so like it's actually like quite valuable, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Besides that, your team, like your style of team, I feel like is probably the best quote unquote at a glance way of playing him, because as long as he has one assist to help with neutral, I think.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, like I was saying like earlier, like I think doing my main strategy is level up, right? Like I don't think it's like that. It's like a nice thing to like help with like his weakness of like people trying to stay full screen of him. It's actually really good design in my opinion. Like it's pretty cool. But yeah, it has use. Like I think pretty early on, I think I kind of heard a lot of people like, oh, this is just a fun meme and casual mechanic. It actually has like a lot of good use. So yeah, I'm actually excited to see how it develops, because not a lot of characters like have options like this. It's very unique, and like I don't know, I've really enjoyed like the last like 3 Dragon Ball characters and just like having like an option, like super like unique options so far. So yeah, it's cool. It's a cool character.
Yeah. One thing I will say is try not to pick a team like the type of team I picked with him. You might want to play. I mean, Roshi Broly's okay for him, like jokes aside, but you basically only have like 2 things you're gonna do with him. Really, you're gonna play him mid, or you're gonna play him point. If you play him point, he's a really good point because he doesn't need meter to do stuff. He's good with meter, but he doesn't need meter to do stuff, and he builds a lot of meter, and he doesn't need assist for combos, really, like for combo extensions.
Yeah,
he can 2-touch you off basically everything just by himself. So he gets a lot of use out of whatever type of assist you have for him. Or if you want to play him mid, then you can go for, because his assists are not so great, and we'll talk about that in a sec, but the assist that at least ApologyMan and I have been playing is his B assist. It's a Larry assist, like Bardock's A assist. So you could just copy like that type of team where you do like lariat assist, and then neutral assist for your third character to support, and then whatever point you want, like Team Gohan, Go Tanks, like whatever point you want to play, Kid Buu, etc.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I agree. Yeah, you need that neutral control. That's like the really big thing when building teams with him. And like, even though he has like pretty like functional solo offense, which is like pretty rare in this game, I think his like it kind of reminds me of like Yamcha in ways where like his neutral is like really rough overall, but like when you get near them, like he has like the solo offense, but like it's still like a real big struggle. Like when you're by yourself with Gogeta, like you're gonna be like struggling. Like literally just like in matches I'd play with Jonathan, like where that situation did happen and he was by himself, and I was like, oh, he's Anchor Gogeta. Like what's he gonna do? Gonna level up? Got a level 7 come back? I was like, no, like yeah, I'm just gonna throw 5S at him or whatever, key blast over and over again, and like that's it. Like there's not a whole lot. The matchup I think versus Yamcha is super funny also, by the way. Like you just do 5S over and over. It's like it's I know the pain playing Piccolo. You're just like, well, can't. Yep. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I gotta jump, right?
Yeah. So as far as assists, like I mean, I guess we feel the same, right? Like his A assist, his A assist is a meter building assist that levels him up, and I legit think meter building assists are memes. Like people get really mad when I say it, but I think like when you pick that meter building assist, you're literally telling the other person you're way better than them, and you don't need an assist to play the game against them. So I really don't. When I saw it, I was like, that kind of show me that DP assist, and the DP assist is a assist with no block stun, which is pain, especially as a Roshi player. It's pain to see. So I was like, if he has a DP assist. So really, the main choice is the B assist, in my opinion.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, that was like our first thought as well when we saw it. I'm like, it's plus 33, which is really good, and it has like 25 frames. It's like really good, really solid assist, and the hit stun's really good on it too.
It's amazing, and it appears from behind you when you're moving forward. Which is super nice.
Yeah, and the projectile invul on it also like actually helps in like a fair amount of situations I've been seeing, especially in like they called their assist, and I'm jumping forward, like you call it, like those situations are pretty dope for it. I'm a big fan of the assist. I will say though, like his A assist, like it's funny, like it's cool, and I still believe in like maybe it's like these teams don't exist. Like these teams barely exist. But the meter assist is like, yeah, there's so much you lose when you don't have like a regular type of assist, like because Dragon Ball characters like solo like aren't good, and you're basically just playing a character solo with more meter, right? So I don't overall think it's worth it, even with the level ups. I played the funniest. Okay, tangent, but like I played some dude that played Point Broly and both meters.
Yeah, I know. I played people who played that.
It's really funny. It's really funny. I gotta give it up. It's like he was just like, all right, time to do Broly stuff. 5S, call both meter assists. All right, let me shoot more. And then in like the first like 10 seconds, he had like 5 bar. I'm like, all right.
All right, bro, that's you, man. That's you, man.
You got it, bro.
That's not me. No. See, because on the flip for him, the taunt, the 6S does build meter when he's out, which is nice. But like as an assist slot, like nah, son, I just can't.
Hope you like that. That's just our kind of early opinions on SSJ4 Gogeta right now. We'll see how he develops in the future. But if you like the video, like it, leave a comment below, and subscribe for more, because there'll be more coming soon.